Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. Whatever you're doing, put it down because I have an outstanding young lady here. She has 30 years of service. I've known them about 31 years at that time. But anyway, we have Elizabeth Betty Hewlett, former chairman of the planning board and now sitting on the Metro board. Now, we want to welcome her, and she didn't know that this is a congratulatory program to honor all those 30 years. Welcome to the show, Betty.
Thank you very much, Ed. It's my pleasure to be here.
Well, you know, you've been on before, but I didn't know all of this thing. We didn't have enough time before to go through everything. Just give the audience a background check. You know, things that you've been involved in. Those 30 years, you've done a lot of things. I don't even remember them.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot to cram in. You know, I'm a practicing attorney in Prince George's County, but I've been very service-oriented. That's just the way I was reared. And I serve on the hospital board, Prince George's County Hospital Board Dimensions. I've served on the Bowie Health Center Board of Directors, former chair of the Prince George's County Planning Board, the Board of Directors of the Prince George's Bar Association.
Yeah, well, the chairman of the planning board, you was the first female African American. Is
yes,
that true?
I was the first woman and first African American to serve
Right.
On the Prince George's County Planning Board of the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. Yes, that was an honor too.
Yes. Now tell us, how did you get involved in Prince George County and the things that you did? I know you went to law school. Give us your background.
Yeah, I hail from New York City, and I went to undergraduate and law school in Boston, to Tufts University and Boston College Law School. Had enough of that, you know, those bitter winters in Boston. Decided to look down a little bit further south, but not deep south, and started looking around Washington, D.C., and I learned a little bit about Prince George's County from our first African-American judge in Prince George's County, with James H. Taylor.
Right.
And he said, oh, come on to Prince George's
Judge
County.
Taylor.
Judge Taylor.
Right.
Fabulous man.
Right.
So anyway, he told me about Prince George's County. I came, I got my first job working with the county council, and fell in love with the county. I've been here ever since, all 30 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. The 30 years that you put in Prince George
Yes.
County. Now, in your position as chairman of the planning board, that was a tough position. Tell us some of the things that occurred during your time, especially about those gold medals.
Well, you know, everything I've ever done in life has led me to the next stage, and I give all credit to God for that. All glory to God. I was actually legal counsel for the Park and Planning Commission for 8 years, and that gave me a lot of experience. And then when the then County Executive Wayne Curry came in, he appointed me as chair. It was a fluid transition because I had the background of sitting at the board
legal
meetings,
and
the legal
right.
background, and I sat there at the board meetings every week. I learned a lot about planning. I had been in private practice before that, and I represented the board in court, in the circuit court and the appellate courts of the state. So I had a lot of background. So it was a natural fit. And but I was always concerned about the residents of the county and making sure that they were heard. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure at every single hearing, win, lose, or draw, that the people who came out to testify were actually heard, that people listened. We cut out that business about, you know, talking on the phones or not paying attention. Everyone was heard. And what was difficult was sometimes trying to balance competing interests. You know, you had applications in, and then you had citizens who may be opposed or maybe wanted to tweak things. And being an attorney, I always had to be mindful that everything was consistent with the laws that had been enacted, and also which had been handed down by the courts. So trying to keep all those things going was difficult, but I think I tried my very best, and I think overall we were successful.
Okay, well, tell us about the gold medals.
Oh, the gold medals, yeah. Well, that was one of the successes that we had. The National Gold Medal, which is issued by the National Recreation and Parks Association, is a highly coveted award. So being chair of the planning board necessarily meant you had oversight over the parks and recreation programs in Prince George's County as well. And you're only eligible for this award every 10 years, so once you receive it, you can't get it for another 10 years. We were very, very, very fortunate to have received it for a 5th time during my tenure as chair, and it was well deserved. I mean, I can't take credit for that. The wonderful staff at the Park and Planning Commission really deserve that. We do really, or they did really provide the best services to the residents of Prince George's County. Really do. I mean, it's phenomenal, and it remains phenomenal, even though changes. We've also had a major.
But I think, you know, the travels and all, the reputation of the Maryland National Capital Park and planning is just outstanding.
It is.
All over the world.
It is.
Not just in the United States, all over the world.
I learned that when I would go to national conferences, and I would hear that feedback.
Yes.
But that's a tribute to the outstanding people that
well,
work there.
People in Prince George's County, they should know that agency is #1 all the way around the world. You know, the positive things, innovative things that you all have come up with has just been outstanding. Employees are #1.
Yeah,
they are really dedicated to making sure that Prince George's County got the best.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Now, tell me some of the projects that you really got into when you were on as chairman
well,
there,
it was
that you feel that is still functioning now. What about that Sports and Learning Center? Is that during your time?
Yeah, that was absolutely during my time.
Now, I tell you, that Sports and Learning Center, I get compliments from people. The first thing I do when they come in Prince George's County, I take them over there, and they are amazed at that facility.
We had a huge bond sale for that project. We had seed money from Jack Kent Cook, which was about $3 million. But it's a multi-million-dollar facility with state-of-the-art everything: the track, the swimming pool,
everything is Olympic.
Fitness center, everything is, and not only that, but our then county executive Wayne Curry insisted that it be a learning complex too.
Right.
So there are many classrooms, lots of computers, and it's affordable. There's a fee for a lesser
seniors
fee
are free in the morning.
Yes, see, I'm almost right there.
I take advantage of that.
It's a phenomenal facility, and we would have people come from all over the country, but we've actually had people come from different parts of the world, and view it's a gem, and I'm very pleased that it's right here in Prince George's County.
Right. Another big while you were there was the National Harbor.
Oh yes, National Harbor.
Tell us something about that. I know when I was on the planning board, they called it Port America.
Yeah.
And then some money.
I think they had some difficulties, and Milt Peterson took it over, and they worked very closely with Park and Planning Commission, and they came before us for hearings, as did the premier hotel there, Gaylord Hotel. We worked very, very hard on it, as did the council, and we're very glad to see it come to fruition. It's just magnificent, and people come from all over. It's great to have a huge conference center in Prince George's County, where lots and lots of people can come, because that brings business into the county as well. So it's just beautiful. It's right there on the. It's just gorgeous, and you can take a water taxi. I was very pleased to be a part of that as well.
Well, the amenities that it has there, and plus they're adding them. What is that? Children's Museum is supposed to come in there?
And Disney, Disney Hotel.
And some others. Tell us about it.
Disney Hotel. I mean, it's just it's the top-notch restaurants. I mean, it's just really a premier place. It really is. And
I heard they're going to have water taxis.
Yeah, they do have water taxis.
Going back and forth to Washington, D.C.
Yes, they do.
They do.
And also to Old Town Alexandria if you want to. Yeah, it's very nice. It's just very nice. It's you can stay there. You can get. Some people have condos there. There's the Gaylord Hotel, but there are other hotels there as well. And as I said, the Disney Hotel is coming. And you can go there and stay, and people from out of town can stay, or people who nearby can just go stay for a weekend or so, or you can just take a day trip. It's just magnificent, and the view is spectacular.
And really, Prince George's County has more vacant land around the Beltway than any other facility in this area.
Yes.
Any other jurisdiction, they don't
true.
have the land. And the planning board is doing an excellent job.
Yes.
Now I think they're bringing in the Woodmore at Glenarden. Tell us about, that's a new project. It's supposed to be functioning around November.
Yes. Yes, I hope so. And that should be a very good project as well. We're hoping for some upscale grocery store
Wegmans.
there. Yes, a Wegmans. Yeah, so that'll be very, very nice, because that'll be the first in Prince George's County.
Right. I'm having them on the show.
Yeah,
right.
and I'm very proud of my tenure on the Park and Planning Commission.